But I was determined to have this specific species because I read that it was small and well contained. And here we are.
What's up, nature lovers? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kayla and I'm working to connect houseplant lovers to nature that we try to surround ourselves with in our homes through caring for houseplants, learning and exploring about native plants, and appreciating medicinal plants. We're here again with Ren from @philo.fix on Instagram. If you haven't seen the other parts in the series, I'll link the playlist. But today we're going to be talking about his bedroom window shelf. It looks like there's a lot of Hoyas on this shelf, so we're gonna get started.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of Hoyas. I didn't really get into Hoyas until like maybe a few years ago, like heavily, until a friend of mine who's like just the best Hoya person. I mean, she has them all. They all do amazing for her. She grows them from seed and everything. It's crazy. So anyway, half these Hoyas are from her. Thank you, Kelsey.
Oh.
But yeah, there's, well, I mean, this one has been one of my favorites recently. This is the Calistophylla. It has flowered for me twice now, and it not only are the flowers great, the leaves are really, really good. I mean, this is a really pretty plant.
It's a gorgeous plant, yeah.
The flowers smell horribly, though. This is not great. It's very like, I mean, it's like you took all the cleaning chemicals and made it into a perfume. And then this one over here has just slowly started growing recently for the first time really well. This one is Sangii, but it's really nice. I really like the soft long leaves. It's been very easy too, a little slow, but pretty easy. This one here, definitely, probably, it's really hard not to say this is my favorite Hoya. I like it so much. It is odorata. And it just grows in this nice shrubby compact form. It's starting to like kind of hang down a little bit. It's getting a little heavy. The flowers are extremely fragrant.
Is it a good smell?
Yes, yeah. But it's just a great plant. I really enjoy it. This one is the other one that really is hard not to be my favorite Hoya. This is the Hoya Bella Louis Boy, I think it's called. It's the yellow kind of variegated one. It's been really easy going. I started with just like one little tiny little sliver of a plant, and I've propagated it a few times now, so it's a little fuller. And it'll just get fuller over time again. So I'm excited to have a nice like little trailing pot.
That'd be a beautiful pot,
of this one. Back here is Kamingiana, really good Hoya, really easygoing. And that one is Breviolata, and I think this one is Diversifolia. This one I really wish I could remember the name of, because it's another kind of shrubby one, and I really like it. And I have asked my friend what the name is like so many times that I'm embarrassed to ask her again. But I will eventually. I like it a lot because I love these little upright shrubby Hoyas. They are really easygoing and really nice.
Well, the leaves are also, I mean, the petioles are normally much longer, it seems like, and this, they're right there.
They're like right attached. It's really cool. Curtisii is a really common, popular one. I really like Curtisii. I struggled with it and killed it maybe 4 times before I figured it out. But he's in this orchid pot. And he gets watered once a week, and I think we just figured it out, you know? So I would love for it to flower sometime. This is one of the only Hoyas I have that hasn't flowered yet. But
he makes the cut because of those leaves.
Yeah, it's really adorable. I can't deny it. So we've got another. This is a really good Hoya too. The Latifolia variegated, I think it is. But It's so good. It's so easy. This was just like one little leaf on a stick that I stuck in a pot last year, and now it's like a whole plant. So I definitely recommend this one. And it's already flowered. So it flowered like within 6 months of getting the cutting.
Oh, wow.
Which is really impressive. Before we get too far, I did want to mention this guy up here. This is actually a kalanchoe.
Oh.
It's Kalanchoe bouvardii.
Okay.
And it does make little plantlets at the tips of the leaves like other kalanchoe do. You can see down here a bunch that fall into the pot.
Oh, yeah.
Sprout up, but I don't particularly like Crassulaceae, the family, and I think Kalanchoe is the exception. They do really well, and they don't do that ugly, like poor spotting thing. I don't know how to explain it, but
yeah, it's almost like the little like white crystal type things.
Yeah, Crassulaceae just do this thing that makes them ugly, but Kalanchoe don't, so I like them. I have the variegated ZZ. I really like this one. It's pretty slow growing. I really enjoy Dorstenias. They're really closely related to figs, believe it or not. They have these awesome flowers that I think it's pseudanthinum or pseudanthinum is what the flower structure is called. I can't remember though. But they're really interesting because the seeds explode. And they seed everywhere. If you look, this has a bunch of seeds in it, if you would like any. But it just comes up under everything. And this also is a Dorstenia. This species is elata. It has much bigger leaves. Again, this one just, I mean, it seeds everywhere. Like if you have it once, you'll have it forever. It's really good. Let's see.
And I see you've got the nets trying to catch some seeds.
Oh yeah, so this is a Euphorbia species. I can take one of them off because it looks like they're not quite ready. But it's an undescribed Euphorbia species. It's something really closely related to poinsettias. It's like in that same clade for sure, but you can see it's got seeds forming. I pollinated all the flowers, so I'm just waiting. Euphorbias, they kind of just dry and fall off, or they kind of pop open a little bit. So the bags you gotta put on to catch them, otherwise they're just gone. These are tetradenias.
This one too?
I don't remember, but it's in the mint family, and it's very fragrant. I don't know if you can already smell it, but
yeah. Almost.
I'm not a huge fan of the scent so much. It's got really, really great flowers though on big plumes, and it's a mint, but it is a woody shrub perennial, so it can be kind of like bonsai. And so I've just let it grow into like a little shrub. There's one secret begonia on this shelf, a little caudiciform begonia. This is the hybrid. It's called Lacey.
What's the species?
It's a Dragii hybrid, so it has a little caudex forming at the base here. But
was that from a cutting then?
Yeah.
Because I just got some cuttings of that recently, and I was wondering if it would.
A lot of people say that Dragii doesn't form a caudex from cuttings, or I don't think that it doesn't so much as it doesn't look the same as if it was seed grown. Like it doesn't get the same kind of flat, short bulbousness that a seed grown plant does. But it still does. I mean, you can see this was just one thin little stem cutting a few years ago. And it has rounded out a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
So
yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it should still work. Yeah, he is a little bit big. This is Metanilla pendula, and it's called pendula because it gets really big and hangs down. It's actually an epiphyte, and it grows up in trees, like hanging downwards. But I was determined to have this specific species because I read that it was small and well contained. And here we are. So, you know.
Probably just keep going if you let it.
Yeah, I think they meant small in relation to other metanillas, and I should have thought about that because other metanillas are massive.
They got big leaves.
But he does fine. It's a really easy plant, even pressed up against the window in the winter. It doesn't seem to.
Mind the cold.
Yeah, the leaves haven't scorched or anything, and it's kept growing. And the glass is pretty cold, so I'm surprised.
Oh, I was surprised too by that. They seem to be okay with it.
Yeah, this one coming out of this little pot here that goes all the way across the window. Wow. This is the Cynantium Socotranum. It is a Asclepiad. I forgot the name for a moment. A really close Hoya relative. But it does not grow leaves. It doesn't even grow like the diminutive deciduous leaves like some of the others. It is just these sticks. And it is a vine. And it's quite large now.
Yeah.
But it's a really good plant, especially for being how big and in this tiny little 4-inch pot
Doesn't
still.
have a very large root system then.
So it doesn't have very much water requirements either. So it's been a good plant. I've enjoyed growing it.
Definitely unusual. What's this right behind you?
Oh, I'll just make a circle. This one here. This one is Cissus rotundifolia. It's a member of the grape family, Vitaceae. I love the cissus, all the cissus. I would grow all of them if I had the space. But instead I have a few choice species that I really enjoy. This one is really quite common and easy to find. It's really easygoing and really, really succulent. And like...
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, they're like hard plastic.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So it is just a great, really easygoing houseplant.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's most of what's on the window here. And then behind me, we have a choice shelf of plants. These are all under, they're all under the lamp because at one point they were all very sad.
Is the Rehab Shelf?
Yeah, this was my Rehab Shelf, but some of them has just become permanent members. All my anthuriums got sunburnt really, really badly last year. These are all flowering hybrids.
Okay.
But they've all come back really nicely now. And then I have some other interesting things like this one is a pot of seedlings that I grew of Dioscorea sylvatica. I've really enjoyed growing this, even though other Dioscorias have never really liked me very much. This one has been great. So much so.
It's so bouncy. It's so cute.
I've got an excess now.
Oh yeah.
Of seedlings. There's some hiding down here too. But you know, that's what happens when you actually like figure out how to grow the seeds. Because you know, you get 20, 50 seeds in a pack. So this is an amaryllis.
Oh, so pretty. Wow.
Hippiastrum reticulatum striatifolium, and it is just like the absolute top tier of amaryllis. I mean, I have quite a few amaryllids, but the striated leaves, I mean, it's just killer. And it's epiphytic also. Okay. So I do quite well with the epiphytic plants in general. So it's been pretty easy and it's done really well. I'm hoping it flowers next year, but it should go dormant soon within the next few months.
Catching it at a good time then.
Yeah, this is a good time for most of the bulbs up here.
What's going on with this one?
Oh, that one is Amorphophallus leucorii. I think people call it the night spot voodoo lily. I just got this species last year. And it has, for some reason, just never gone to sleep. It doesn't seem to want to, so I've just left it. I've moved it under a lamp. And then that's more of that kalanchoe. But yeah, that one. And then the Synandrospadix behind it are both tuberous aroids that just seem to refuse to go to sleep.
This was, I think, in the other room last time we were here.
Yeah, it used to be on the other window. I moved it because it was showing a little stress from the cold.
Oh, okay.
So I moved it into here. And then this, I think we actually talked about a little one.
Yes, we did.
In the other room, the Velthymia bracteata. Now that it is winter, so I was gifted some more bulbs. That's a different clone than the one I had. So I potted all of them together, and here we are.
Wow, yeah, I like that, the ruffled leaves.
Yeah, it's a really, really good plant. And then down here is just a bunch of stuff I'm propagating. I'm just always propagating random things, just whatever I have around that looks like it's ready for a cut.